Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, today I'm gonna talk a little bit about reasons why I'm thankful. Because it's basically, I'm thankful for being thankful. Um, it's kind of like a difficult video, but also not very difficult. Um, but also, I've definitely talked to people before where like on Thanksgiving, I'd be like, what are you thankful for? Or whatever. And I get a bunch of negativity from that person. And I'm just sitting there like, why? Why are you not being thankful at all? Like, I've literally gone, well, I have nothing to be thankful for. Why should I be thankful for this? Why should I be thankful for that? And here's the reason why you should be thankful for this and why you should be thankful for that and why I'm thankful for being thankful. Thanksgiving is not about the things that you're not thankful for. It's not about the reasons why you shouldn't be thankful. It's about the reasons why you should. I'm not going to get into the whole meaning of what Thanksgiving is for and what it stands for, but it's a day to give thanks about the things that you do have. Instead of not being thankful because your living situation is crap, be thankful that you live in a house, or that you're alive, or that you know, you're living with people. Like, for example, if you don't like where you're living and you would rather be living somewhere else, you don't like the people you're living with, you are not having a good time at all, and you choose to not be thankful because you don't like your living situation, you have a house. So you're just like, well, what do I have to be thankful for? Because I don't like where I'm living. I don't like the people I'm living with, or whatever. And it's like, well, do you live in a house? Yes. That's what you need to be thankful about. Don't spend your time thinking about, oh, well, I don't like this, I don't like that. It's the time where you're like, okay, well, this is what I do have. Because if I didn't have this, this is where I would be. And, that's the part that makes or breaks being thankful. So I'm just thankful that I'm not like that. Like, where I'm living currently, we may not always get along. But there are a lot of times where we do get along. And that's what I have to be thankful for. Because if you spend your time being unthankful for everything, then you lose sight of the things that you are thankful for. And then if there's like a person per se that feels that you should be thankful for them, and you're just like, well, I'm not thankful for them because of whatever, then you make that person feel bad. And I mean, you have your own reasons, and that's perfectly fine to have your own reasons and all of that other stuff. But giving a day of thanks is just saying thank you to some unknown being for the things that you have, whether that's your landlord, your best friend, your family member, yourself, a person that you don't know, an acquaintance. You're saying thank you to someone for allowing you to have the things that you have in your life. Instead of saying, oh, well, you get home and all you do is bitch at me, it's saying, I'm thankful that you're here, because when you're here, I'm able to spend time with you and laugh and watch these videos that I wouldn't be watching if, I wasn't living with you or whatever. Instead of saying, oh, well, I hate the place that I'm living because it's not where I want to be living. I'm thankful for, the house that I'm in because I could be on the street. Or instead of saying, well, I hate, this car because the engine don't always start or whatever, it's I'm thankful for it because I have the car. And a lot of people don't. You know what I mean? It's not, you can't spend your time making an excuse or a reason as to why you can't be thankful. You should be making an excuse or reasons why you can. And it's very complicated for me to get my point out, and I don't know if I'm making my point. And I feel like me trying to get my point across to everybody is just going to result in me going on and on and on and repeating myself 1,000 different times in 1,000 different ways. But I'm thankful that I am not that way. I'm thankful that I can look at the situation and I can look at, the people I'm around, the house that I'm in, the clothes that I wear, the job that I have, and say, this part of this equation brings me happiness and brings me joy and is a good thing for this, that, the third reason, and that is what I'm thankful for. And it's a way to let the people around you know that you're thankful for them and that you are appreciative and that you respect the fact that you have the things that you do have, especially when you're talking to someone, around someone, or about someone who has less than you. And I mean, even if they have more than you, it's all a lesson. It's all, for an example, when I'm at work, a lot of the customers feel bad because they are making a couple cents a big deal when they're say returning an item, or they see that something's not ringing up correctly. The way that I talk to them is, it's okay, because you doing that allows me to do my job, because it should be this said way, and if it's not this said way, then you're being gypped and you're the one getting the product. And if I don't know how to do something, then it's a learning experience for me, in which I then know how to do it better. Instead of saying, oh, well, all of these people are bitching and complaining or whatever, you got to look at it differently. Instead of, complaining that, oh, well, I'm here, I work again, I just want to go home. Look at it as, yeah, you're here, but what are you doing here? You're earning money. And what are you going to do with that money? You're going to pay your bills. And when your bills are done, what do you have left? If you're not working, you're not going to have anything. If you're not bringing in money in some way or whatever, then how are you getting by? You know what I mean? If you didn't have those hours, then you would have less money, basically. Basically. If you work 7 days a week, and then, or that's not realistic. If you work 5 days a week, and you get, say, $300, and then you go and you work 4 days a week, you're getting less than $300. And if $300 wasn't enough when you were working 5 days a week and getting $300, but then at work you're like, oh, I don't want to be here, I just want to go home, let me go home early, and you're fighting every single day to go home early, and you go home early every single day, and you're working 5 days a week, guess what? That $300 is not going to be $300. That $300 is going to be like $200 because you're always going home. You're calling in sick because you don't want to be there. People are sending you home because you don't want to do your job, so you're standing around. And then that $300 that wasn't enough when you are there on time every day for the full amount of your shift, doing your job, how is it going to be enough when you're not doing that? I don't remember my point behind going off and saying all of that. I just know that you have to look at things differently. It's not about the things that you don't have or what makes you unhappy. It's about the things that you do have and what does make you happy. And the fact that I can see that in a tough situation makes me thankful for being thankful. Because I know that there's a lot of people out there who don't know how to be thankful for anything that they have. And when you're like that, you rub off onto other people and you make other people feel bad for feeling thankful, and that's not how you should be. You should just be thankful for something. Even if it's just one little thing. If you're thankful for just one little thing, you're still thankful. Even if your intention isn't completely there or correct or whatever. I feel like it's important because, especially like in my situation, per se, my parents and my sisters picked me up out of a bad situation, and they didn't care how much space there was in the car. They didn't care how much stuff I was bringing with them. They didn't care where my room was going to be when I got here. They didn't care how much money they would or would not have with me being here. They didn't care how much money or how much food we don't have adding that extra person. They didn't care about all of that extra stuff. They saw that I was in a bad situation. They saw it was making me sick. They picked me up and they took me with them. So no matter how far apart in distance one of my sisters is from me, and no matter how much, my parents and I or my sister and I may fight or argue or not get along, or how small the house is, or how much we struggle with food and money and all this other stuff, I could be in a worse situation. Therefore, I am thankful for the arguing, and I'm thankful for the fighting, and I'm thankful for the small house, and I'm thankful for the money struggles and not having a lot of food, and I'm thankful for the distance, and I'm thankful, that I have them here, because at the end of the day, I know that if I'm in a hole and I'm struggling and I'm, getting sick or in a bad situation, I know that those people around me are going to pick me up and they are going to put me somewhere different that is not going to negatively affect my life. And they're going to, they may not just do it for me, but they will be there to help me through it. They will be there to help guide me out of that dark place and into a better place. And again, I don't know if I'm making any of my point clear. I'm not trying to talk down on anybody. I'm not trying to, out situations. These are just examples. Some of them are true, but some of them are not. But we don't have time to spend an entire month, and especially an entire day, where you're supposed to give thanks and be thankful for the things that you have, to spend all of that being negative and talking bad about all of the things that you don't have, that you wish you did have, and why the world has wronged you, and all of this other stuff. And I thought there was a spider in the light bulb, and there's not, it's a fly. But regardless, there's not enough time for that. And when you're being negative like that, then it puts down the people around you who are trying to be that way. And that's not a way that you need to spend Thanksgiving. That's not a way that you need to spend November. You have to sift through the bad stuff, and you have to pick out and find the good stuff. And when you do that enough, then the bad stuff becomes good. Because then you can make your intentions more clear, and you can work on the bad stuff and make them better. And sometimes all it takes is being thankful. All it takes is being around somebody else who's thankful, in which you then can be thankful together. And that's what it's about. Like, you have to be thankful for something. Let the people around you know that you're thankful for them. They, just as much as you want to feel important, the people around you want to feel important. And that's a big part of giving thanks. I feel like I'm rambling, and I feel like I'm not making any sense. But my point here today in this video is just to simply say that I'm thankful for being thankful. And it doesn't matter if I make it the things that I'm thankful for its own video. It doesn't matter if I'm forgetting things or not forgetting things. It doesn't matter the order that I'm putting them in. The thing that we all have to remember is I'm thankful for everything that I have, whether it is a good thankful for or a bad thankful for, because it's either going to teach me a lesson or it's going to have a meaning. And if you have those things in your life, then it's easier for you to make them better. Therefore, I'm thankful. And that's it. I am thankful. If you understood what I was trying to get across to everybody, leave me a comment down below saying I do. And spread the word about being thankful, and don't be afraid to tell people, what you're thankful for. And if people are not being thankful, it's okay to tell them, look, you got to be thankful for a lot more than that. You got to get rid of that negativity and learn your lesson from that, and pull out the good and be thankful for that little good in your life. And if you hold on to that thankful, that little good thankful, then it's going to help make everything else around it better. And it helps uplift people. So, with that being said, I'm going to end the video here. If you liked this video and you would like to see other videos like this one, go and check out my playlist called Thankful. I will leave the link to that in the description down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.